of the Box Education presents your Black History Month focus, Black Civil Rights Leaders Edition. Let's get it. First up, we have ASA Philip Randolph, born April 15, 1988. He was a labor unionist. Randolph organized the first successful African American led labor union. He led the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters, which paved the way for other successes in the labor movement. He also directed the March on Washington that helped end employment discrimination. ASA Philip Randolph, a civil rights leader. Next up, we have Medgar Evers. He was born July 2nd, 1925, in Mississippi. He was a civil rights activist and the first Mississippi Field Secretary of the NAACP, or the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. He helped to organize protests, voter registration drives, and worked to integrate schools. Medgar Evers, a civil rights leader. John Lewis was born February 21st, 1940. He was a civil rights activist that participated in sit-ins and freedom rides as a teenager. He went on to become the state representative for the state of Georgia, dedicating his life to racial justice and equality. A famous quote of Representative Lewis is, "Get in good trouble, necessary trouble." John Lewis, a civil rights leader. Fannie Lou Hamer was born October 6, 1917. Miss Hamer worked hard for voting rights and racial justice. She co-founded the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party in 1964 and ran for Congress. Fannie Lou Hamer, a civil rights leader. Now we have Ella Baker. Baker was born December 13, 1903. She was the co-founder of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or SCLC. Though she worked primarily behind the scenes, she was a major force in shaping the initial progress of the civil rights movement. Ella Baker, a civil rights leader. Perhaps the most well-known civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., was born January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. Dr. King was a minister and activist. He worked hard to gain civil rights for African Americans. He used nonviolent methods such as sit-ins, marches, speeches, and boycotts. Dr. King also became the youngest man to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights leader. And that's your Black History Month Focus, Civil Rights Leader Edition. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.